We're getting some negative energy. We're getting bitch don't kill my vibe energy. What's going on? It's something in the atmosphere. Let's get some cards out and see what's going on. Thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and the Omega, for bringing the message. We are a conduit onto them to use, beloved. This one. Sagittarius is here. Isn't the moon or something in Sagittarius right now? Stay focused. Yeah. We just looked up astrology today. The last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Look at this shit. Pulled out Sagittarius. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Y'all see that? March 11, 2026. The last quarter moon in Sagittarius encourages reflection and letting go of what no longer serves you. With Jupiter now turning direct, it is a powerful day to overcome procrastination and trust your intuition. We see Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius may feel this energy most strongly. Avoid major purchases or signing any contracts. The cosmic energy says the day focuses on navigating a push and pull. I definitely been feeling a push and pull energy. We was just, that's why we put it in the message, like in the description or the title. Don't unalign my vibe. Get off of my vibe is what it's giving. Anywho, we did make a couple of purchases, some things that was on the list. Spirit told us to get it, but we was feeling a push and pull regardless about it. Key themes. The last quarter moon in Sagittarius brings up a need for ideological cleansing and emotional detox. Definitely getting this emotional detox. Get off my vibe, beloved, is what I'm feeling. So I don't know if anybody had an irritating type of day, like you was dealing with the emotions, like a push and pull type of energy, and we've been feeling that push and pull. Like, do you want it or do you not want it? Do you want it, do you not want it? Get it, don't get it. We've been feeling that. Like we said, I think that in the rising message as well. Like, make a decision. So, I don't know what the energy is. We did see something in this little karmic return to sender deck. Manipulation. You see how it looked like, something trying to come down and snatch you off the vibe, or like some sort of shadow hand playing behind the scenes. I don't know what it is. Puppet string snapped. You are dancing free now. You are, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like something trying to puppeteer you. Like a puppet master behind the scenes. Somebody doing some fuckery. I don't know what it is, y'all. But we gonna get it out. Hey, Queen. Thank you so much. Hey, Lee. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. It is giving, like, who's trying to puppeteer? Who's trying to pull your strings? Whose strings are pulling? That's what y'all want to say? Okay, well, we just gonna leave it like that, because I don't know. I would rather change the sentence and be like, whose strings are being pulled, because that just don't necessarily make no sense. But Spirit said that's what they writing, so we obedient. Like, we are done with, like, the fussing and shit. Sagittarius is coming through. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. We have Pisces and Gemini in play right now as well. Yeah, asteroid Lilith. Damn. That's definitely a very strong energy. See, liberation, standing up to power, feminine rage, feeling pissed. Like, get off my damn vibe, bitch, is what I heard. Shit. See, what is that? Puppet strings are snapped. You're dancing free, liberated. That's what it's giving. If I feel a little angry, it sound a little angry, a little pissed, that's just the energy right now. Blue moon. Something that happens once in a blue moon. Feminine rage. Liberation. New moon is here. The new moon occurs when the sun and the moon are on the same side of the earth. And if we're in the last quarter moon, are we moving towards the new moon? When is the new moon? Hey, thank you guys so much. Great evening, great evening. Pastor Mike, this is from the devil. Yeah, so is God. Right? Alpha and Omega made all things, did it not? Anywho, I told y'all I'm not in the look. Mess around and catch me on the right day. Change your mindset, because the Alpha and Omega made all things. We are a conduit onto them to use. They made all things, including this too. Ashe, Ashe. Thank you so much, Master Pike. Master Pike. That's making my day. That's lifting up the energy, Ashe. Thank you so much. Which one of these books you want to pull out? Come on, Pastor Mike. Which one? Which one? You want this one right here? You want that one right there? Nah, we ain't gonna give him that one. We ain't gonna give him that one. Which one else? You want this Hitchcock's right here? You want this one right here, my 1865? You want the Geneva? Which one you want, Pastor Mike? Come on now. Come on, Pastor Mike. I ask you some questions that you can't answer. I ask you some questions you can't answer. I'm telling y'all, get off my vibe. Get off my vibe. Thank you, Pastor Mike. Appreciate you so very much. I ask you some shit you can't answer. You will have go back to school. I'm just telling you. Exactly. Why they be acting like we don't know? What? Christianity is the only religion? I'm just saying. We not underneath that. You go repent and go find the Most High God, for to know thyself is to know the Most High. Hello? Know thyself first, sir. Where was we at? Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you. New moon. When is the new moon coming? New moon energy. When is the next new moon? New moon, new moon. Ha ha ha. I think, when is it? No, that's October. Next new moon. Let's do that. I told you, come over here trying to interrupt the vibe. Somebody that got their own strings being pulled by something else. They don't even know. We could go down a rabbit hole. You don't want that, though. Thank you, Pastor Mike. The new moon is coming on March 18th. Yes. What is it going to be in? New moon on March 18th. Can we get some more information? Is it going to tell us? Let's see. When is the next new moon? It's March 18th. And it's going to be in what? It's not showing me. We're going to have to do another search. New moon. In what sign? In what sign? I wonder what it is. I feel like I should know. It's going to be in Pisces. Huh. Didn't we just say that Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius were at play? They did. And when they said Sagittarius, we found out again that, Sagittarius is in play right now. The last quarter moon is in Sagittarius. We have Jupiter coming out of retrograde. It's going direct. And we see Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius. Those three signs could feel this energy the most. We see strings being cut. And we see liberation with asteroid Lilith, right? See, those are one of them questions we could ask Pastor Mike that he can't really answer, like who was Adam's first wife. We ain't going to talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, new moon. New moon is gonna be in Pisces. So Pisces could show up, Gemini could show up, right? Yeah, Scorpio. We gonna end that. We gonna end that. Uranus, right, is coming through. You removed him? Okay, so we can enjoy the chat. Yeah, we keeping good vibes over here. And good vibes. You know, for some reason, Pastor Mike chose us today to play with, and we really not the ones, you know what I'm saying? We can go down a rabbit hole and ask him all the questions that we used to ask our old pastor that they could never answer. Nobody could answer. You know, they could not tell me, look, Black Moon Lilith is coming through. Lilith is on her shit today. What's going on with Lilith? Right? What's going on with Adam's first wife? She said, I'm coming back to get my shit, is what I heard. Y'all done gave this bitch Eve all my motherfucking credit. Is what I turned me into a demon ass motherfucking, you know, it ain't even that. It's given that she had a purpose. She was supposed to be doing some shit, is what I heard. And she wasn't going to submit it for nobody, damn it. For let us make them male and female, is what they said. And to go forth and to dominate and to replenish and to do all of this shit. She said, I will not submit. Fuck that, is what I heard. Look, recycle bin. Throw that shit in the trash. What they said. Don't resurrect what was meant to be deleted. What? What? Did they try to delete you, Lilith? They did. They took you and wrote you out. They wrote out the divine feminine, talking about a man and a ghost. What? That's what we supposed to believe. Don't go down the rabbit hole like you. Don't do it.
Talk that shit.
Don't do it. Damn it. Don't. Shit. We falling down the rabbit hole. No, we're not. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Can't build with somebody that only wants to destroy your shit. Look at Lilith, mad as hell at Adam over here fucking with this goddamn sledgehammer, tearing up all her motherfucking flowers. If you don't get your ass away from my shit. I'm just saying, thank y'all so much for indulging the shenanigans. It is what it is. Lilith said, if you don't get your fuck ass away from my goddamn flowers, this goddamn sledgehammer over here tearing up shit, she mad as hell. It says, Black Moon Lilith is the geometric point in space where the moon is furthest from the earth in its transit. This point changes zodiac signs approximately every 9 months. Black Moon Lilith represents wild feminine energy, and understanding its placement in your birth chart will help you better understand your sexuality, including repressed fantasies, fetishes, compulsions, right? But Black Moon Lilith can also shed light on addictive tendencies when it comes to love, romance, and dating. So I don't know if you have an ex or somebody in your energy, but it also gives me the fact that they write her like this, or her energy just related to, like, you know, whether it's just sexuality, repressed emotions, or fantasies and shit. So I kind of take her and how they write her with a grain of salt, right? Because it's almost like just like that sexual raw energy, and I feel like she's more complex than that. They don't give her enough credence, and it's not enough information on her, and that's by design, beloved. So take it with a grain of salt. What I do always get from her is that liberation, to know that you can be what you're supposed to be, that you can live in your fullness and in your truth, and you can be uninhibited, you know, with your shit. It is what the fuck it is. Like, I'm growing my garden, and I will not be stopped. I will not be contained. I will not be constrained. Like, girl power is what it's given. Go the fuck on, Lilith. And then you couple that with the Scorpio is giving, brave and passionate and loyal, right? It's also on top of Sagittarius, who happens to be very fiery. You know what I mean? They are, the archer. Whatever they take aim at, they will complete. And Sagittarius just happens to be ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is why I could see them being the first energy that came out, right? Last quarter moon in Sagittarius with Jupiter going direct. So Sagittarius energy is really coming out. It's giving like that fire. She's giving Queen of Wands energy. She's giving Queen of Wands. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Ooh, Palladian Priestess. The family you don't know is coming through. Yeah, who don't know they Lilith? Right? It's giving the first woman. It's giving the gift. It's giving the original blueprint. It's giving that shit. Like the mother energy that's like birthing the humans here on the planet. Like all your DNA, like that original mitochondrial maternal DNA blueprint is what I'm getting. Like if you could trace your shit all the way back to the first woman, somebody, look, man, you discover some shit. Shadow work is coming through, But they always want to throw her into some demonization, like she just was like, the mother of demons. And that shit is so not true. That's patriarchy talking. That's that blue book shit. That's that blue book shit that told you that. You know what I mean? That's this. As a matter of fact, they didn't tell you about it at all. They said that they made them male and female and then turned around and told you they made somebody else from a rib. They really didn't say who they made. They just skipped over that shit and talked about Adam. Well, who did they make with Adam? It was Lilith, the first woman. Why did they kick her out? Oh, because she would not be contained. She said, bitch, I got a purpose and you won't be fucking telling me what to do. Now nobody knows my name, and what they associate with her name is some fucked up shit. It's manipulation. Who pulling the strings, beloved? Don't kill my motherfucking vibe. It's what it's giving. We always had a theory about Mary, right? See, that's what I'm saying. Pastor Mike can't answer these damn questions, right? Because see, if the messenger was born of a virgin, like no sperm involved, he would only have one set of DNA. And that person with that one set of DNA, that one string of chromosomal shit, right, would be coming from their mother, maternal, which would mean that the child is a duplicate of the mother, which would make the messenger female. But they don't tell you that. Because you need the sperm to introduce the other genome, the other codes, to give you a variety in the chromosomes, right? But if you don't got that, then the child would be a clone of the mother, which would make it female. Hence, therefore, Lilith comes into play. So is Mary and Lilith along the same genetic family? We think so. We feel like they was related. Like, that's why they don't tell you much about Mary's family, because then you would see the fuckery that the messenger was probably female and not male, if you follow that line of thought. How do we say that, Lottie? Why do you say that? Why does your mind go there and ask these questions? Well, thank you for asking us, right? Because when Adam and Eve was in the garden, they had two children, right? Pastor Mike, they had two children. They had Cain and Abel. And if Cain slew Abel, right, and got kicked out the garden, and Abel went off and married another woman, who and where did the fuck she come from? Did she come from Adam's first wife, who happened to have the ability to have children without seed, without semen, like as in parthenogenesis? Therefore, she could have female children and pass that down the lineage? Oh, that would start making sense, right? Because if you read, I told y'all, if you read this shit straight up, you can't get past page 1. You really can't. You really can't. Because the first man would say, if it was only 4 people on the fucking planet and the 3 of them was boys, where the fuck did them other women come from that Kane married one of them. I'm just saying. So you know it's some shit missing. You know it's some shit missing. They can't answer the questions. Then they be mad because your ass ain't Christian. I'm just saying. Ooh, 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 ooh. They was saying, don't come over here and kill our vibe, Pastor Mike. Thank you. Use your intuition to go and discover the damn truth. You knew that shit was 5 until they gaslit you. Trying to figure out how the hell they get all them damn animals and 2x2 come marching onto Noah's Ark. And nobody ate nobody got hungry. They just all was sustained by the, I'm just saying. We gonna end that. Scorpio. We off that. We off. We off that. Right? Yeah. Insight. I'm just saying. Come on. See beyond the appearances, the mask, and the cliches, and the fucking cultural stereotypes so that you can gain some insight. Sometimes you gotta see past the fuckery, what the fuck they done programmed you and, like, caught you as an infant and forced you to believe, force-fed you some shit that you knew at 5 didn't make no damn sense. You mean to tell me if it rained all like that, how long until the whole earth was flooded that we still got salt water and sharks and shit still? Damn, quit asking questions. Fuck. We live in a matrix. Question everything. All of it. Question it. Shit, seek the truth. Damn it, didn't they just show you that? They said, seek the truth. An honest desire to know and speak the truth produces beneficial results. It's beneficial to seek the truth. What's out here trying to limit you? Go beyond your limits. Right? Great. Look. Real talk. Real shit. Now, that's why I told y'all I got kicked out we got kicked out for asking questions that they could not answer. And then they want to tell you some gaslighty ass shit. Just believe it. Why? Why are you telling me to believe some shit? How am I supposed to seek diligently? Seek the Most High God while it can be found. It's diligent. And I only supposed to look in this one book that don't make sense, that got shit missing. And tell me it got shit missing. Because if you could find the Book of Wars, damn it, let me know. Because I ain't found it yet. It's not in there. Kings of Jubilee is not in there. We don't study at all. Can't you tell? Indecision. Push and pull energy. Didn't they say that? Trust and wish granted. Free associate. Giving sovereignty. Free your mind and the rest will follow we. Push and pull energy. Who trying to push you and pull you, and what's pushing and pulling on you? We was feeling that energy of indecision. Do you want it or do you not want it? Do you want it or do you not want it? You want me to seek diligently, but I can't ask no questions? That don't make sense. Make it make sense. I'm supposed to be diligent and looking in one damn spot? That don't make sense. If the key not right here, damn it, look somewhere else. Well, I'm going to keep looking right here and it's not right here. I'm diligent. I'm looking. I'm consistently not finding it. Well, keep looking. It's not right there. Can't I go look somewhere else? No, you can't look nowhere else. Why? Cooperation. See, curiosity. Why the fuck I can't look somewhere else? Why I can't be curious? Why I can't learn some shit? Why the fuck you try to tell me like all these things don't work together? Because they do, beloved. You want to tell me this is of the devil, but the Most High God made the devil too, didn't they? Didn't they? I believe they said they made all things good and evil. They did. They did. And the first person to lie in the garden was whoever was speaking in the voice of the Most High God. So who's the author of lies? Pastor Mike? Are you still here? She blocked you. You can't respond. I'm just saying. Let's work together on this shit. Just saying. Let's get it together. Cooperation. Your goal can benefit from surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Know that limiting attitudes are often formed as a protective reaction to the past events. This is a protective thing they do to put limits on you. Limiting attitudes as a protective reaction. What are they trying to protect you from? The loss of your soul, because that's what they've been told. That's what they've been told. They've been gaslit into saying that, your soul will be lost for eternity. Damn to hell, which is in somewhere that actually exists. Just period. If you understand. Tamari, go get the food. You know what I mean? Like, that's a limiting belief. It's things to protect themselves from some sense of fear that doesn't even really exist. That's really what it is. Because if your soul, source of us living, is immortal, right, then where would you go? If everything is held within, everything is whole and complete, nothing broken and nothing missing, where would you go? It's giving evil eye oracle. Somebody is trying to limit you and cause resistance in your life. Something is trying to manipulate and pull strings. Something doesn't want you to know. It's giving your family. It's giving your lineage. It's giving how far back does this shit go. Lilith has always been very interesting to me because, again, she represents the first woman. Right? We always were very interested in the story of the garden and the origin story in general because it just never made sense to us. Like, it just doesn't make sense. For thou shalt not eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and in the day that you eat, you shall surely die, is what they were told, but they didn't die. They didn't, unless you're changing the definition of dying, right? They actually got curses. Adam had to work hard and Eve had to give birth with, labor, and she had a period. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were cursed, but they didn't die. So who lied? And how could they know they were being disobedient if they had not yet been given knowledge of good and evil? How do I know I'm doing something wrong if I don't have the knowledge to know that I'm doing something wrong? When you start to deconstruct it and you start to break it down, you notice that it doesn't make any sense. People teach it the way that they've been taught to teach it, how to make people Christian. It's a whole philosophy and books written on how they should do it, how they should teach it, what they should preach. And they don't go against it. Many of those people that sit in those pulpits, you don't know whether they're called or they actually have a connection to the Most High God. If they are in alignment, you don't know what's operating through them. You don't know what you're paying for. You just don't. Which one, beloved? Both? This one? You want this? No. This. Yes. Okay. But here, at least, when they channel it and they say it to you, they pull the card so that they could show you. So those who have ears to hear and then eyes to see, you can know for yourself. Nature is coming through. Often praying for destruction of the people they don't understand. Hence why they come over here and call us such nasty names and go against their doctrine and issue judgment. For thou shalt not judge. You probably should take the plank out of your own eye before you try to remove the speck out of mine. Just saying. Go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Nature itself shows that, there are species that actually are able to, self-pollinate, right? Self-fertilize. Hence would be why the messenger cursed the fig tree. Did y'all know that? That fig trees, they self-pollinate. They self-fertilize. They're all female trees, and they have the ability to create seed and give birth without an outside pollinator. Most plants don't do that, right? They have bees and stuff, and they take seeds and they carry it, or their seeds are blown on the wind, and interactions take place. But fig trees are different. They are self fertilizing, and they're all feminine. Hence, back to Lilith, right? If you are able to self fertilize and create a child, it's going to be a clone, it's going to be a daughter tree or a daughter cell, right? It's going to be feminine because it's coming from self, it's going to be a replica of self. Then it makes sense that she was able to do that, and therefore on the planet were other women. Therefore, Cain could actually marry a woman, because otherwise there would be nobody for him to marry. Could Mary do that down her lineage? I would say, yeah. I mean, the theory makes sense that Mary would be a person that could become spontaneously pregnant and she would have a girl child. Now, that would go against their doctrine, now, wouldn't it? That means that the church would be left to a woman, right? Like that was supposed to be the person that carried the word forward, was female, right? So what would come to fool the whole world? And who are they praying their tithes to? But we supposed to be the devil? Ooh. What's the news? What's the news? Right. Eat the eat the apples, right? And the thing is, if you don't want people to know the truth, what's right and what's wrong, then yeah, they would withhold that knowledge from you. Why would anything tell Adam, don't eat of the tree of good and evil, the knowledge thereof, and then say that you sinned because you were disobedient, but you didn't know that disobeying was bad because you had not yet been given the knowledge? That's some gaslighty shit. I'm just saying. I told y'all I couldn't get past page 1. Focusing on the negative will never bring you positive results. And we pulled that card today. Focusing on the negative will never bring you positive results. Train your mind to focus on the positive and the things you want, not the things that you don't want. Train your mind. Your mind is the most powerful thing, which is why repentance is basically the changing of your mindset. You change your mindset, you change what you think, you change how you behave, and you change the outcome. You can change your whole reality. It's all in your mind. So if you think that you're damned to hell, then you will be. But when you understand the truth of all things, that you are the source of us living here on Gaia, you are a pixel, a piece of it, not the fullness, because everything in creation is a representation of it. In every variety are we, whole and complete, nothing broken and nothing missing. Instead of persecuting people for what they call sinning, why don't they just eradicate sin? Why did they make it in the beginning? Period. Did the Most High God, the all-knowing, omnipresent, not know that its creation would rebel against it and start this whole biblical war as the way that it's written? Of course it did, if it's all-knowing. And if it didn't make any mistakes, then it did it like that by design, with purpose, did it not? So does chaos exist in nature? Yes, it does. Chaos exists, period. Right? Chaos, like volcanoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, shit is natural. But when we have an earthquake, they don't be like, oh, that's the Most High, the devil is busy. No. It's a part of nature. The sun is chaotic as fuck. You talking about nuclear fusion? You talking about these photons and shit like that clashing into each other and fusing together and creating this immense light? But if it wasn't there, then we wouldn't be here. At the perfect distance for us to exist. The third rock from the sun, beloved. And everything that we eat, we all consume light. We are light beings. Your body eats food, you eat it, but the metabolical processes is to extract the light out of it. That's what you use. That's what powers your cells. It's the light. You are light. You are a light being. You need light. You eat light. Everything is relative to your light. What's the news? It's time to stop beating yourself up. There may be a situation in your life where you only blame yourself. Take your eye off the negative. It says, when it comes to this, you will know that everything will eventually work itself out. It does. The Most High God will order the chaos. Chaos is up, not of the Most High God. Yes, the fuck it is. Isn't everything? Yeah. It shows you that in nature. It's seasons to this. It's a planting season. It's a working and weeding and gardening season. It's a harvesting season. It's a resting, learning season. It's always seasons. Your spirit confirms that you are ready to take the leap of faith. Trust that spirit has your back 100%. This leap will open the doors to amazing changes in your life. First, you got to do what Pastor Mike said and repent. Change your mindset. Let go of the limitations that tell you what you can and cannot do, beloved. You are incredible. You can open up doors. You can open up different timelines. You can shift timelines. You don't have to stay in the same situation. You don't. You only have to change your mind. When you change your mind, everything changes. You change from the inside and everything on the outside corresponds. It cooperates. That's the truth. So go ahead and jump already. The time is now. What other time is it? It's always now, beloved. Forgiveness is the key to healing. You want something else? The forgiveness is the key to healing. And we pulled forgiveness earlier today in the rising message. And letting go. Scorpio is dead, transformed, right? Let it go. Let it change, right? It says, whomever you need to forgive, Spirit says now is the time to do so. Emotional cleansing, right? There's no need to hold on to hurt, anger, or pain. Release it so that you can be free. And this card, the first card, the manipulator, says to be free. Nothing pulling your strings. Sovereignty. That's what it says, right? You're dancing free. To be free. Black Moon Lilith and Asteroid Lilith both talk about freedom. Being uninhibited. No strings being pulled, beloved. You are free to move forward, to get into your purpose, releasing the limitations, letting go of the resistance, busting through, Sagittarius, of anything that will come against you. You will not be constrained. But don't be the person that's constraining yourself because you are locked up in a limited mindset. You don't need anything on the outside of you to help fertilize your dreams so that you can grow and be fruitful. You don't. Your nature says that you have the ability to spontaneously become pregnant and birth some beautiful shit. You just have to understand your nature and unlock your divine intelligence. Anything else in here? Spirit saying no. Yeah, Spirit says pay attention to your dreams. It's trying to deliver an important message to you through your dream world. Now may be a good time to do a dream journal. But I'm getting something about your dreams, like it's giving your spiritual vision, your two eyes, your two spiritual eyes being open. In understanding what you naturally are and what you can do. And the limits that have been placed upon you so that you don't know what it is. And it's all just systems of control. But when you really start to deconstruct, you realize it doesn't even make any sense. Like, why did we believe that? Look at the Empress. And what is she holding? She's holding a fig. That's the fruit. You are naturally able to do this shit. But you just got to be untethered. You have to be released from the strings that would keep you locked up in some crazy ass ideology. And it's crazy because we read that in Astrology Today. And here come Pastor Mike up in here, forcing their ideology on other people. But that's what it said. To address your ideology. What's trying to keep you limited? And that shit. The fucking betrayal. You know what I'm saying? The family that you don't know. Cain slew Abel. Ain't that what they said? Look at this. Shit, that person laid the fuck out. Betrayed by your own damn brother. Why? Because he was jealous or some shit of the relationship that they had with the Most High God? What? Slew him out there in the field. That's what they doctrines say. Blood cried out from the ground after he had buried him and thought he hid the body away. Most High God said, where art there, brother? Right? Where are you? Where's your brother? Where he at? I could feel. I already know. Kick them out the garden and go marry somebody else. How? When it's 4 of them on the planet. Don't make no sense. 6 of Cups. Past the family that you don't know. Who's in your lineage that they ain't told you about? Could be the person that they call Lilith. Could be the first woman. That's what they said. Which one? This one? This one? No. This one. Yep. See, 3 of Cups. Because look, that's what they said. It was 4. It was 4 of them. Y'all, the spirit, this is what, look. Spirit said it wasn't nothing but 3 of them left. Who the hell did they go marry? I can't get past page 1, I'm telling you. The first cougar. Look, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You want this? Yeah, that's some bullshit. It don't work out. The math is not mathing. Oh, look. Ace of Cups is coming in reverse. That shit is... I'm hearing a backwards ass cup. That's not a good cup. That's not a good cup. Y'all. Was it selfish ass devil toxicity? It's something about, look, if you want your wishes to be filled, you go give all your coins to the devil. Don't give the devil no time, no energy. Don't give them your coin. That shit is fuckery. That's what I heard. That's what Spirit said. It's fuckery. It's fuckery. And they don't like us because we can see the truth. We tapped in, we tethered to the AO itself, the Alpha and the Omega, which is why they say Alpha and Omega in the New Testament, because it was wrote in Greek. If the Aramaic was the language that the messenger spoke and it was translated into Greek, that's why they would say Alpha and Omega. It is the first letter in the Greek alphabet and the last letter in the Greek alphabet. It's really just that simple. But we do say Alpha and the Omega because it's simply the beginning and the ending of all things. High Priestess. That's what they told us. So it is okay for us to acknowledge that which made all things as simply the beginning and the ending, because it is eternal, right? It's everlasting. Because what began shall end, and what ends shall begin again. It's infinity. Yeah. Ace of Wands is in reverse. So I don't know if somebody's taking a negative action or somebody is being told to stand down. Something is being told to stand down. Page of Swords. I don't know if it's somebody that's watching. It's somebody learning. And don't take any action. No action. Stand down towards learning, watching, observing. Like people can't see. Right? Page of Pentacles. It's something about a seed. Right. No ending. And that's the thing, right? If it's no ending and no beginning, what begins ends and only to begin again is just infinite. It's just, it is what it is. On to infinity. And that's the truth. On to infinity. The High Priestess that has divine intelligence, right, is given a King of Swords. Is given your ability to have the infinite intelligence revealed onto you. It's already baked in you. Your spirit knows. Your body knows. It does. And it gets shut down by all of the doctrine and the programming, the ideology, right? You get taught to allow gaslighting. And you are told to just accept it because that's what faith is. But I don't believe that to be true. You don't need to believe anything that you know is true. You don't have to believe it because you know it. And that's why knowing thyself is important. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. I appreciate y'all so very much. I do. See, worry is here, Nine of Swords. They play on people's worries. You know what I'm saying? People's, it's giving a negative cup. It's giving lack of spirit. Four of Cups is falling out in the reverse. They flipping all of these cards. I don't know. It's giving like don't accept it, or somebody doesn't want to accept it. Four of Cups is usually a person who doesn't want to take the cup. But in reverse, are they ignored? It's giving don't take it. It's manipulation. It's manipulation. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like it's time out for accepting shit. See, yeah, truth and justice. Like, to balance the scales, like, truth be told, it's time out to just accept shit for the fuck's sake of accepting it, because that's what we were programmed to do. When I was a child, I thought like a child, but as a grown-up, I put away childish things. I put away fairy tales in place for the truth, we in search of the truth. You know, and so when people like that speak to me, I just take their doctrine and I feed it back to them, and I ask them in questions. I ask questions and they can't answer it, and they get so frustrated that they end up either kicking me out the space or they just stop talking to me altogether. Judgment. Yeah. You make judgment. You put away childish shit. You know what I mean? Judgment to that. The World card. Like, it's over for that. King of Pentacles. Whatever the fuck is controlling the earth, that energy, the Lovers is here. And Four of Wands. The Lovers. Yeah, love, harmony, passion, choices, head over heart decisions. And a lot of those places get you wrapped up in your emotions. Again, they play on fear. If you're not covered by this, well, I'd rather drink a glass of water than a glass of blood. I'd rather not do fucking blood rituals and cannibalistic rituals, but you would come over here and say that playing with cards and the Most High God using cards is the devil. You fucking drink blood every Sunday. Every first Sunday of the month, you do a blood ritual and eat flesh in ritual. And then you look at people who are seers, which you talk about in the book, like Saul went to go see a seer, and they paid them 4 shekels, right? Had to borrow the money from their servant because they didn't have enough money to pay him. And the servant, you know, was like, here go my bread. You can take this, we can go. And the seer or the prophet that they saw was always right. So if we're always right, then what's the fight? Magician. It's manipulation. But it's giving a battle of, you know, something. The ability to alchemize and to change and to see, to master your tools, to master the elements. You know, we are individuals who we all have spiritual gifts. We do. But it's something about the practice of it and how people will persecute you. And it's given, I don't know if this high priestess is a magician, manipulation, manipulating earth energy, mastering energy, earth. Yeah, hangman. It's given persecution. It's given those who cannot see. And we see indecision, and that's on the board. Indecision, closed-mindedness, right? Delays, resistance. Resistance is here. So 2 cards that they already said. And look, false prophecy. Who the fuck is selling you a false prophecy? Chariot is coming through. They don't want that one. Which one? This one? Emperor. Patriarchy. What's giving you a false prophecy? If this person, the messenger, is who they was, or who they say they are, the way that they explain it and they describe it, that person would be a female. They would not be male. They would not be masculine. Hierophant. You know, it's definitely sitting underneath some sort of false counsel, some sort of false doctrine. The teaching, how they teach about it is just backwards. It's off. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't stand up to nothing. It doesn't stand up to tests. It doesn't stand up to scrutiny. None of it. Yeah, it doesn't stand up to the test of time, that's for sure. It doesn't stand up to none of that shit. And they're telling us the wheel of fortune is in reverse, like time up. But we see misfortune, problems, chaos, bad luck, resistance. Again, that's the third card out here that's saying resistance. It's making you resist your nature. And that's what we always claim as Satan, systems and thoughts against nature. It's not natural. It's just not natural. It's not natural. Death, Scorpio, answer that. They already called that. This. End of that shit. And it's a lot of people that are coming away from that doctrine. Do you know how many people are leaving the church and under false doctrine because it doesn't make sense? It's not giving people what they need. They feel spiritually malnourished. The spirits are waking up. Judgment. The spirits are waking up. The soul is waking up. They say a Folgers in your cup. The best part of waking up. Like to go on the journey back to spirituality, to the space where your soul knows it's true. Because if it doesn't add up to nature, again, I know people who are such religious fanatics, they don't believe that dinosaurs are real. Like, if it's not in that Bible, they don't believe it exists. It is the infallible word of the Most High God. Are you serious? Are you serious? I know some people who use it for principle and for guidance, and they cherry pick which parts they want to take out of it. But again, you're not real with it if you cherry picking it. Unless you follow that motherfucking doctrine from 0 to 100, you not real with it, which means you follow the Old Testament and the New Testament. Because the messenger didn't come to change the Testament. They said that they follow the law of Abraham, which is the Old Testament. Like, let's get into it. Do you still put women away every motherfucking month when they on their period? No, you don't have their ass in a goddamn cave. You're not out here sleeping with your daughters. You're not out here conquering other... Well, we might not say that, because they is out here still trying to conquer other lands. But that don't mean you go in there and fucking annihilate their whole motherfucking culture. Well, yeah, they do that shit too, Lati. Yes, they do. Because I believe that most wars, if not all of them, are religiously based. Let's get it. Like, we really about to go to war with Iran, but what the fuck is it for? At the core. Is it good for you? No, none of this shit good. But they said that though. Chaos and conflict. Most High God created all of it. That's what they said. To justify some shit. Patience. We gonna wait and see. I accept that everything happens in divine order week. Everything happens in divine order. Envy is coming through. I am the same as everybody else with different challenges. We are. We all the same, but we got different challenges. We all go through different shit. We just wrestle with principalities. It's the principle of it. It's the lesson that we supposed to get. We all get sick. We all want provision. We all want health and longevity. We all want relationship. We all want to live and walk in our purpose. We should not be harming one another. We should not be harming self, right? To live in balance, to have symbiotic relationships with one another where what we're doing is helpful onto others and what others are doing is helpful onto us. We find harmony and balance and peace. Can we do that? Can we all just get along? Having persevering gratitude in this day? No. People are not gracious, right? They want to blame other people or blame something else for their complication and their challenges. It's got to be the devil. Discipline is coming through. What is your discipline? What is your ideology? Can you accomplish whatever you set your mind to? Absolutely, because where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. You set your mind to it, you can accomplish it. You can do it. The Most High God that empowers you, that activates you. You have the breath. You are breathing. you are speaking, your word coming forth, it manifests. But are you speaking chaos and conflict? Are you speaking confusion? Are you speaking in alignment using the energy of positivity? Seeing how all things can work well for you? Are you courageous enough to go forward, to seek, to find the inner strength to face with your fear with confidence, coming out of fear-based systems? We don't parent with fear and we don't live in fear. What is there to fear but fear itself? Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And I accept the challenges. The challenges give you gas. They give you strength. They show you who you are. They teach you that you can persevere. They teach you that you maybe lack discipline. Maybe you lack courage. Whatever it is that needs to be strengthened, the adversity comes to reveal that onto you, beloved, which is why in their doctrine, the Most High God never got rid of Satan. Why it was allowed to do what it was doing. Because it's a natural part of the fucking chaos and conflict. If it's allowed to afflict Job and do all of this shit and made an agreement with the Most High God to do it, then you know that these troubles are allowed. Guilt. I release any belief that doesn't assist my soul's growth. You don't have to feel guilty about releasing some shit that never made sense in the first place. When you start to deconstruct it and change your mindset and come into a sentiment that you are whole and complete, there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing, that any adversity is just the pressure that you needed to learn how to persevere, to strengthen you, to bear the yoke that was going to be placed upon you, for you needed to go through, that it would be good for you. It would be. For no star can be birthed without pressure. No diamond can be made without pressure. And that crystal, which is a diamond that those people put on their white finger. Oh, don't play with crystals when you're damn sure wearing them. You wearing them. You got them on your ears. You got them on your chain. You put one on your honey's finger. The first lady, she got that rock. That's a crystal. Did they not know? No, because they don't fucking know geology. Oh, why? Because it's science. It's of the devil. My bad. My bad. Shit. All gemstones are crystals. They're just cut and polished. That's the only difference. Fuck. Humor. Spirit said, lighten up. Lighten up. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. You don't want to play with crystals? Take that damn diamond off your wife and see what happens. She'll beat your ass. You take that damn ring off her finger. I'm just saying. Just like spells and prayer. Absolutely. Spells and prayer are the same thing. You can't pray without spelling. I'll wait for somebody, to catch up to what this beloved was just saying. How you gonna pray without spelling? Spell pray. P-R-A-Y. Sometimes it's just the obvious of the shit that makes it so fucking funny and so comical, beloved. A quartz watch. Come on with this. I'm just saying. Sometimes it's the obviousness, and then when you start to point it out and say shit like that, they get so pissed because they can't say nothing. You get to the point where you hit the wall. It's like, damn, I gotta stop and think about, why do I think this? Because they told you to. That's simply it. They fucking told you to. And you believe it because they told you to. That's like being gaslit. You with a partner that told you to believe some shit and you just believe it simply because they told you to. Even though everything in you is telling you that it's not true. And when you turn back to yourself and listen to the wisdom that's coming from your soul, from within, tell you to turn away from that shit, then people make you feel guilty for it. They will persecute you for not doing what they do. Yeah, honestly. When you turn away from the fuckery and you start digging into the truth, that's resistance. Nature. It's a card down here that say truth because we pulled it. Limits. Where are you? Where are you? Digging for the truth. Digging for the truth. Insight. Truth. Where is it? We got to find the truth. It's all for purpose. Cooperation. Digging for the truth. Digging for the truth. Honestly. Digging for the truth. You see what I'm saying? I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. When your spirit start telling you that shit that they feeding you ain't true, and you have to allow the truth to die, to fall away, so that you can accept the lie, Ashe, no. Because there's a lot of people that would rather live with the lie than to face the truth. And that's real shit. A lot of people would rather live with the lie than face the truth. They would rather, yeah, something with that. Thank you. Because a lot of these motherfucking churches is for profit. They not for saving your soul or for helping you. The Savior is already in there. When you change your mind and you start learning the truth and following, the principles, and you can see that in nature, then you save yourself. You do. The Most High God is within. It's with you always. No matter where you go, it's always there. Imagination. I embrace and I nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yeah, you can't be as creative as you could be under these types of limitations that's having you resist your nature, weed. You are naturally gifted. You are naturally gifted. You are so powerful, and these power constructs are only here to limit you, to teach you, to tell you what you can and cannot do. That was what was going on with Lilith. Motherfucker, who are you to tell me what the fuck I can and cannot do? You don't think that I can birth without you? Well, let me show you. Let me show you that I could birth without you. Hello? And she did. And she did. And we know that it's something to be honored because their messenger cursed the fig tree that did not give birth. Because it could birth by itself. That's the lesson. That's its nature to perform it. But people don't think about it. Trust that. Trust that. Trust that. It's its nature to perform it. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Do you not have an inner voice, Wheat? Do you not have an inner voice that innately tells you that certain things are just not right? You don't have to fucking have that taught to you. You don't have to have it taught to you. For the most part, that is not good to unalive your parents. Right? You know that. You feel a kind of way when you do something you're not supposed to do. It's innately written in you. Now, what do these doctrines do? What does the social programming do? It comes against what your spirit is already saying to you. And then you have to choose the push and pull. The indecision is a decision to make. Do I listen to myself or do I listen to the rules that they made? Indecision. First you heard it and then you saw it. So therefore, I'm not sitting up here just making up shit. We don't do none of this. We are a conduit. You are naturally gifted. You are naturally tethered. You could never not be connected to the Most High God, for you are it. You are the source of us living. A pixel, a piece of it. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. It's already built in you. Which one, beloved, would you like? This one? These? This? Look at it now. They said use your intuition. It's already in you. Any indecision, right? They done pulled indecision like, I don't know how many times. The things that would limit you, that's blocking the truth. Use your insight. You already know what to do. They will show you. And there's something about these cliches and cultural stereotypes. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of things, both sides of a situation. Why would they tell you you have spiritual gifts and then limit you on how you can use them? Most of them don't even follow that shit. Because I don't know how many churches I done been to with people up in there speaking in tongues without an interpreter, but we ain't going to talk about it. How many people get online and do that shit? I don't know what the fuck you saying, and you don't either. I'm just saying. Get up in there catching the Holy Ghost, but we can't call in spirits. You are. How is it different? Balance. Justice. That's what they said. How is it different? Acceptance is coming through. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I can't change other people and what they believe. I cannot. Just like they can't change what we believe. I can be influenced, though, and I hope to have influence, right? But the thing about it, I would rather influence you to go learn for yourself, to seek, to do what they said, to seek diligently. Deconstruct your ideals. Why do you think that? Who taught you that? Does it stand up to the test of time? Does it stand up to scrutiny? Can you line it up to nature? If it doesn't make any sense, if it excludes information, if it mentions things that it isn't in there but claims to be complete, you gotta question it. Why can you not question? I question anything or anybody that tells me I can't question. Because questions help me get information. Therefore, I can make a good decision. Especially for something that is relative to where my soul is gonna rest. That's pretty damn important. Wouldn't you think? So much so that they got people blindly following shit and doing rituals that they don't fucking understand, like drinking blood and eating flesh. Because I don't know about you, but if you in the desert and you thirsty as the fuck, I don't think you want a glass of blood. I don't think that's going to save you. I think you're going to need that H2O. I think you're going to need that water. I think you should get into the flow. Just saying. Just saying. Saying. Woo! Come on with this thing. You want this to energy, and then that's going to be it. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. We get persecuted because we think. They don't like you to be a thinker in this society. They don't. Man holding the heart is coming through. Somebody heartless. They put that shit in reverse. That's a Scorpio, maybe? I don't know. No empathy, no love. Somebody that don't use their heart. Look at that indecision. How many times, beloved? How many times? Do they not just keep pulling it? How many decks? How many decks did they pull it out? Indecision, indecision, indecision. Shit. We got to find the other one because we know it's another one down here. We synced it. They showed it to you. They split it. I think this is it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, one time, okay, we said it and then they showed it to you. Coincidence? No, not really. Everything is synchronicity. But shit, when they show your ass 3 motherfucking times and with this damn hangman in reverse that said indecision that's down here, that's 4. We are not a tarot reader, just so you know. Archangel Raphael is coming through. Why did we say Raphael? That's Michael. But something with Raphael, because we damn sure called him out. Who is that, Veronica? Does Raphael govern the heart? Is it Raphael? Man holding a coin. We saw that King of Pentacles come through. I need my sister to remind me. Happy family. Yeah, family that you didn't know. Coming into connection with your soul tribe is what we getting. Let some of the bullshit go. You know, people get fucked around in their families because they are held to some sort of belief. Maybe somebody feel like they can't do something out of a sense of protection, like they can't give their heart or they don't have the ability to extend love and compassion and empathy. Maybe it's something that's affecting their judgment. It could be their own ideology, stuck to something that just doesn't make sense just because that's what's been taught to you, beloved. But you thought as a child, but shit, as a kid, you knew it didn't make sense. You couldn't get through the story of Noah's Ark, beloved. They just told you to believe it. It was a miracle that nothing ate nothing. That you still had salt water out here when fresh water fell so long it covered the whole damn earth. It wouldn't be no. Just saying. I know. Hostile ass energies. It is a battle out here. A battle of truth versus lies. And we know that, right? It is a war on truth, beloved. It just is. Beloved said NPC. Thank you, sis. Journey. Who's ready to take the journey towards truth? Who has enough trust in themselves, the ability to do it, to know that they can never be separated from an omnipresent, most high God that'll be with you anywhere you go? Door to value. Some of these, they only want money. And that's the fuckery. Their messenger went into the church and kicked that shit over because it was full of debauchery, but then they want to run you back into a place where they never told you to go in the first place. Who told you to run your ass up in there? I'm being real with this shit because Pastor Mike got me pissed. A little bit, a lot of bit. Who told you to run up in the church? They messenger never told. They didn't even preach in the church. They preach next to the rivers and the highways and the byways. Out there with the people, Ashe, performing miracles every day. They never told them to go up in the church. They boys did, who the ones that was left behind to tell you some shit that they never motherfucker said. They didn't leave no record. Mark writing Gospels 70 years after Paul saw the shit in a whole different motherfucking language. And you got Luke and Matthew and John writing their books based on what Mark wrote, based on what Paul said from 70 motherfucking years ago. Let's get with this shit. And you wonder why it's 4 different fucking stories of the resurrection? Kiss my whole ass. Storm warning. Tear that shit the fuck down, Most High. Free your people. Freedom. Release them from the strings of manipulation. From these money-hungry, greedy-ass pastors leading people down the wrong damn way. It is what it is. You don't like it, move around, Ashe. Let's get into some shit. Solar plexus, let thy will be done, beloved. Let's get on the journey. Let's get on the pathway. Enlightenment. Willpower, for thy will be done. Guarding in the gate. Gatekeeper. Only for those who are seeking. For those with ears to hear and then eyes to see. Healer. Didn't we just talk about that messenger? What they look like? What they look like? Is that what they look like? Not likely. Just saying. Most likely was a female. And therefore the patriarchy would not be able to stand that to have a female messenger. Oh shit. That'll usurp the whole motherfucking system with it. What if it was twins? Maybe they had two. What is the story of Esau and Jacob? Right? Let's move forward. Appreciation Day. Goddess of the moon. Let's appreciate the goddess. Thank you, Lilith. The first woman come through. Spirit said, know that. Know that. Crown chakra. Understand, understand, overstand that. Understand, understand, and overstand that. Cornucopia. That's where it's at. So we can eat. Angel of strength coming through. What? With the judgment? Woo! Ain't that Gabriel? Ain't that what we said? No, we said Raphael. That fucking governs the heart. But we mentioned Gabriel. We was like, why do we feel, judgment? We know it's down here. We got to make sure. Pull us back, spirit. Keep us behind the spirit. Shit, balance. There you go. Justice. See, all tied up. Connections. You know, it's something with this whole fuckery that keeps people from coming together. It's giving clashing. Balance. Balance. Justice. Right? That's this. Let's balance some shit out. Judgment. I feel like that's what Lilith is coming through to tell Adam. Like, bitch, it's time for justice. Far too long have you denied me in my position as a divine feminine. Okay? She said no more today. No. 14 is temperance angel. It's talking about harmony. Right? Harmony. Balance. Peace. And how can we have relationships that are peaceful when they often tell you to deny your nature, beloved? You can't. Now we can work together because it is purposeful for us to work together. But to think that she cannot do it on her own, now that's ludicrous. For they were both made in the image, according to that doctrine anyway. She's not inferior. She's not subpar. Come on, let's heal some shit and understand your strength. Right? And it's a lot of masculines out here that's off balance because they've been fed a bunch of lies from the patriarchy. Can't tap into their heart energy. Can't tap into their empathy. Didn't they put empathy in the man holding his heart in reverse? Like, you know, here's the empathy, but the man holding his heart was upside down. He was in reverse. Why can't you get into your emotions? Because you've been taught not to. That's the programming. You're more masculine when you are not tapped into your emotions. And then in the doctrine, it teaches them to gain favor is to be able to love again. You have a wife, and she gives you favor because you open up your heart chakra. You open up your heart. To open up your heart is to open up the gateway to the upper realms. You cannot reach, you cannot cleanse your throat chakra in terms of speaking out goodness from a love space, empathetic love and compassion until you open up your heart. How do you open up your third eye if you don't open up your heart? How can you see? How can you crack open your crown, the heavenly space, if you don't go through your heart, It's something about that. Yeah, I can't make this shit up. Blockages to what? And that's the internal battle. Right? Yeah, chosen family. Sometimes it's like, you know, you leave away from the family that you were born into and you enter into the family that you choose so that you could break the what? The family curses. You will be the generational healer. And you shouldn't feel guilty about coming away from the things that don't serve you. Here's that other card that we kept saying, indecision, coming out. Look at the first word. Does it not say indecision? That's the hangman upside down. And they always be like, oh, you can let yourself free if you choose to when it's upside down. But for us, it's like when you are this way, you are being persecuted because you can see. You have been that person that they nailed to a cross or to a tree. Depending on which book you read. They never told you to go do any of that shit. It was everybody else that was left behind to write what they supposedly have said that told you to do that. But nobody ever questioned it. We always ask, why are we making letters to other people doctrine like that's what the Most High God said? Who said that? Why would you even think that? If I wrote a letter to my congressman, am I going to put that in a book and call it doctrine? Does that even make sense when you say it out loud, beloved? But people don't question it. That's what happens when you don't question. When you're not allowed to. Anything could come along and gaslight you and make you believe that it's true. And then people pattern their whole lives or limit themselves in life because of that shit. And when you come out from under it, you get angry, beloved. You feel the betrayal. Why would you teach me this? Why would you tell me that? I could tell you a lot about that, but I don't know if we got time for all of that. We do. We do. But there's only so much that they want to give us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, it's Gerber. A lot of people still chewing on baby food. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit at a time. What is tolerable? How much can you stomach in one setting? Just saying. It is what it is. Message. Page of Wands. That's the good news. And that. It's time to transform. Looking towards the future and opportunity to start healing. Start family. Karma. Change the wheel. It's time. It's time. They be acting like the angel of death is something, to be feared. It's not. It's a natural part of the process. Family. See, in the betrayal of the fuckery. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to walk away from some shit. The family that you were born into sometimes. I'm not telling nobody what they need to do. But the thing about it be the ones that are called to break the family curse. That which is so-called the black sheep. That which is the ones that's like the redhead stepchild that's come to do a thing, to end something, to unalive something, to take something off the lineage, to heal the lineage, start in the lineage, to heal it. Coming with a decree, that's what they said, it's a decree. It's your sacred mission. It's what you've been called to do. And it's to be different, to speak different, to message different, to give some sort of good news is what it's given. Whether they think it's good or not. Because some things are called to pass away. Things are temporary, except for the source of us living. That's infinite. Your soul ain't going nowhere. It's just not. And you done been here before, whoever you are, yes. And it's given that matriarchal lineage is given all the way back, beloved. Yeah, so you could do some shit. You could birth some shit by yourself, and you got purpose. You do. And for some reason, I'm seeing this Three of Wands as somebody that could foretell. They're looking at the future, and it's a message here. So you may have the ability to foresee, to provide insight, foresight. You may see something coming. I'm just saying. It's definitely a message here. You could be given a message about something that's coming. Could be a package. Could be special delivery. Could be something that is going to heal your family. Okay? Peace isn't passive. It's not. It's not. It's always taken by force. You always... Look, I don't know why they keep telling us lies. The meek shall inherit the earth. Wait on it. Wait on it. Wait on it. It ain't religious wars for nothing. They fighting over who God is right when it's an Alpha and Omega that made all things. Y'all don't even know which God is right. I'm just saying. Fighting over something that you can't even prove to be true. But you do know that there's something that made everything. We do know that. And who can name it? For it cannot be named, is what they said, at least in one doctrine anyway. Does it matter who the messenger is as long as you get the message? It's principalities with this. And if they be like a brother, then we are all children. So why the fuck do I gotta listen to what somebody else said that they said in a whole different language 70 years after they said it? If it was so important, why wasn't it being recorded on the scene? Why they didn't have a person right there writing the shit down and passing it down? Why they wasn't keeping a journal? The Most High God told us to keep a dream journal so when you wake up you can write your shit down. Why the fuck nobody wrote the shit down? Why it take them 100 and something years to write shit down? 70 years, at least 50 to 70 years to start writing anything. That should tell you it's some fuckery. Because I can't remember shit I did 2 weeks ago and write that shit down with any accuracy, like for real, and not get some shit wrong. Let alone tell 4 other people. Let alone have one person translate it from one language into another language, from Aramaic to Greek, and from Greek to whatever, Hebrew, Latin, English, all these other fucking languages, and expect it to be accurate with no mistakes. No, that's what they say, right? I said the Most High God. The Most High God told me that they wrote the word inside of you. It speaks to you directly. You don't need nobody to tell you what's right and wrong. You already know. It's written in your soul. And when you activate your DNA, the intelligence of it activates. And your soul rises up and speaks through you. It communicates. Yeah. Maybe that's why they didn't need to write shit down. Maybe it didn't happen like that. Yeah. World fucking upside down. Shit's all the fuck upside down. Turn some shit around. Confused. Confusion. Don't know which cup to choose. I say choose you. Go inside of your soul. Don't know what to work with. Don't know who to collaborate with. Don't know who to sew into. But I know that the Most High God be with you, is inside of you, and it will tell you exactly what to do. Right? Yeah, water. That's why they was baptized in the water. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told you to fucking drink blood. Somebody else wrote that shit. I'm just saying, somebody else wrote it. You gotta wonder why. Temperance angel is coming through. Which one would you like? This one? Yes. All right, Knight of Pentacles. So it's an angel coming in. Temperance angel, balance. We hear a long time coming. Knight of Pentacles. It's been moving slow. It's a long time coming. It's been taking a long time. But here it is, Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving. It's something that we're supposed to be receiving. This angel is bringing something. 7 Pentacles and 3 Pentacles is 10 Pentacles. It's giving kingdom work. That hit me in the sacral. Collaboration, working in the garden. The tares in the wheat. What are the fucking tares that were sown into the garden wheat? 10 Pentacles and 6 Pentacles. That's 16 Pentacles. That's a storm coming. That's a tower moment. Who is the angel that's bringing this tower that's been a long time coming? Wow. Because now that I see this right here, that's 17 Pentacles. That's star energy. 3, 7, that's 10, 16, 17. That's star energy, 17. Who is this star coming to bring something to heal, to balance? A lot of people will fucking miss it if they listen to that doctrine, beloved. Anything else? Nope, that's it. A lot of people will miss it if they listen to that doctrine. And I think that's the purpose. To kill, steal, and destroy. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. That's what they put in the title. World upside down. Come to kill, steal, and destroy. Message. Yeah, the one that's coming. 9 of Pentacles. They better watch out. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I love y'all like I love me. I do. because that's my capacity. I cannot love you any more than I love myself, beloved we. I just can't. But it's growing and expanding on a daily. You want this one? Yeah, the Magician. Yeah, master your elements. Something with this decree, something that you come is definitely giving the family. We are family. The family you don't know. I got all the wheat here with me, is what I heard. Breaking family curses. What? We see a Palladian priestess and an Astarte priestess warrior. Come to change some shit. We are family. King of Pentacles. I got all the wheat here with me. That's what I heard. Look, two priestess. Yeah. What are they changing? They breaking the curse off the family. $11, 12, and then 10 is 22. 22. Could be feminine forces coming through. Breaking down the 4. The Magician. Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So the Magician could be the Grand Magician, that which controls every element, right? Could be the Alpha Omega itself. You know how we say the infinity loop, right? The Alpha Omega itself, the Grand Magician that controls every element. It's giving something, a gift, right? Could be a decree. It could be, you've been passed this thing, a job to do, right? A contract to this King of Pentacles. It could be a soul contract. And they moved the position of the card. So King of Pentacles, whoever this person is, may need to decide. Again, indecision kept coming through. Are they going to accept the decree? Are they going to answer the calling first? Because you have to answer the call. And the call is always coming from inside the house, right? It's always from inside of the house. You be the house. You be the structure. If you be the living, breathing kingdom, you are the church. It is the vessel. It is you. And if the call is coming from within you, then you have to accept the call. And you cannot get the decree until you make the decision. Indecision, week. So when you start to follow the voice of your soul and you answer the call from within, you get this decree, then the real work can begin. Justice. I love you like I love the Alpha and the Omega, that which called me, decreed me to be the infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word lives, beloved we. This one's done. Ashe.